Welcome to the future of web development. As the year 2023 goes on, the demand for talented web developers continues to skyrocket. It's showing no signs of slowing down. With so many technologies and frameworks emerging every year, it can be overwhelming for inspiring developers to navigate through the ever-changing landscape of web development. That's why we have created a simplified web developer roadmap that works in 2023 to help you build a strong foundation and stay up to date with the latest industry trends. In this video, we will guide you through the essential skills and technologies you need to master to become a successful web developer in 2023. So buckle up, grab your favorite coding tool, and let's get started on this exciting journey. So I've put up here a simplified web developer roadmap that works in this year 2023 and beyond. So the first thing you need to know is types of web developers. So you have the front-end web developers, and developers who master this part of web development. You have back-end web developers, and developers who master this part of web development. Then you have a full stack web developer. It's someone who masters both the front and back end of web development. So the front-end developer is the one who is going to be creating the user interface. So the user interface is what users see, and that's what has been created by the front-end web developer. That front end which the front-end developer created is going to interact with what the backend developer created. So the backend developer is basically going to be creating RESTful APIs. And I'm not going to get into that in this tutorial. I'll explain that in the future tutorial. So in order to become a front-end developer, you need to master all these. So I have blocks here for becoming a front-end developer, and the blocks are numbered F1. The F here stands for front-end. So front-end 1, F1, F2, and F3. So you go in this order. So the first thing you start is learning the core basics of web development, HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. And these are must-knows for all front-end developers. So you need to learn all these basics, these core basics. Afterwards, you move to the block F2, where you learn styling libraries. So the front-end developer just needs to pick one of these styling libraries for a start. You can learn the other styling library if the company you are working for demands, or you just decide to learn it at your extra time. But if not, you are not forced to learn all the styling libraries. You can just pick one of them and learn for a start. Afterwards, you move to block F3, where you learn a JavaScript framework. And same as the previous block, you are not forced to learn all these frameworks for a start. You can pick just one, let's say React, and learn React. Then, if the company you are working for demands, you learn another styling library, another JavaScript framework for the task you are working on. You can learn it, or you can learn it at your free will. The good thing with this is that these frameworks are very similar, and that's similar to this block as well. The styling libraries are very similar, meaning that if you learn one framework, you can easily pick up on learning the other framework in the future, and that goes same for the styling libraries. So you just need to take note that the only block here where you are forced to learn everything is the core basics block. The other blocks you can just pick one and learn, and the blocks can match with each other, meaning that if you learn Bootstrap, you can use Bootstrap for any of these frameworks. If you learn Tailwind CSS or Materialize, you can use it for any of these JavaScript frameworks. So you have no problem just picking one from here and learning one from here. So that's it for a front-end developer. If you want to become just a front-end developer, that's fine. You can learn only this and you are fine. You can hit many jobs in the job market. For a back-end developer, you learn this. You have the blocks B1. The B here stands for back-end. So you have B1, B2, and B3. So B1 here, programming languages. You have to first of all learn one of these programming languages, and it's optional. So you choose any of these. You are not forced to learn the two. So you can learn the other at your free will, or if you see a job specification that tells you need to know a particular of these programming languages. So if you learn JavaScript in the block B1 for programming languages, you are going to need to learn Node.js for your framework. So Node.js is basically a framework that works with JavaScript. So it's a JavaScript framework. And if you learn Java here, you learn Spring Boot. Spring Boot is a Java framework. So unlike these previous keys where you learn all the core basics and you can work with any of these, for the backend developer, it does not work so. That means if you learn JavaScript, you must learn Node.js as your framework. And if you learn Java, you must learn Spring Boot. Afterwards, you need to learn a database. Optional as well. You can either learn MongoDB or MySQL. So feel free to pick any of these and learn after you have learned one of these. That's basically it. Once you have learned this, you are a backend developer. So someone who has learned all this for the front end and learned all this for the back end is a full stack developer. So a full stack developer knows all of this. And that's it, guys. A simplified roadmap to become a web developer in 2023.